since. We've been on the moon. Come on, you know, we can handle 1 degree C in 100 years. And I don't think it's going to bother some lady that wants to use water under 5 acres.
I think we've been warming up since the last ice age. I mean, when you look at a long range paper.
Yeah. I guess you could make a case for that.
Yeah. Someday Monroe will be a vacation destination with all the sunny weather, be like Palm Springs.
Mosquitoes will come back.
Yeah, oh.
You have a lot of them?
Yeah.
Well, I know it's a candidate forum, we should be talking about the candidates, but I can't help but want to take a quick minute to poll this group because you're all here. I'm one of those people that commute, my wife lives this way, and moved here because we really love the area and love the people here. You know, I actively find the Alpine Century fit into your vision for this area, or is it something that threatens or it just creates problems for people?
Can you, the Alpine?
The Alpine Century
It's a bicycle ride around Alsea and goes over
I
to
mean,
the access
do you see it
road.
as a positive impact on your community or negative?
I see it as it's there.
It's there.
Yeah.
We're live and let live people, you know, if somebody else wants to have a bike ride, we're fine with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I just deal with it, you know, it's just like anybody else's, you know. It's there and, you know, just kind of do what you gotta do.
Not necessarily a positive
Well,
to your
it's-
community or more of a
It's not necessarily a negative, I don't think, but it's not necessarily a positive either. It's
Right.
something that happens in our area.
John, I'd like to touch on one thing on that. It's not a pleasant thought, but all these bike riders riding country roads, where are the restrooms? You know, I've had people stop on our property and go in the bushes. That's an intrusion. I don't know how people in town would feel if I went to town and couldn't find a public restroom and relieve myself in their backyard. If we're going to have all this bike activity, we need to address that problem. One thing I've thought about, if they did improve Bell Fountain Road, the county owns a chunk right at the end of the game refuge, or actually it's before you get to the end.
Dip
Down in the dip. The old road, you're not old enough to remember it, Todd, but the old road went up the canyon and back down, Dave knows. The old gravel road went up the canyon a long ways and back down. The county owns that. That'd be a great place to have porta pots or a permanent something. Innovale School, that would be a good place to
Like a
have.
rest stop kind of thing?
Yeah.
Like,
Something needs, something,
I can't have like a flow.
exactly.
That's a long drive, if you have to go to the bathroom, you gotta go.
Yeah, but I mean, you know,
No.
as a motorist, I've had to stop along the road. Well, you've got a car door to hide behind. A bicycle doesn't, so off in the bushes on private property, you know?
So like for the Century, the ride, they try to take care of those things, but you're talking about the amount of riders that come out on the
Just on the weekend, yeah.
Yeah, so the idea of even the Alpine Park, trying to do improvements to that where people can stop and working restaurants and things like that. I'm just trying to, you know, it's something we're interested in. There's a group of people who are trying to improve recreation here. But if that's at odds with kind of where the community sees its value, you know, it's good for us to know that.
Where does the ride go through Monroe?
It's the Alpine, it goes through Alsea, it goes up to
Stuff out there.
Mary's Peak.
On Decker Road, up over 34. Back over.
So I think it comes through Alsea.
I would say I look at it the same as fishermen. It's just what somebody does.
Right.
It's what they do. They're there. It's not a negative. It's not a positive. It's
Well, I
just,
ride out to Alsea every weekend and spend $5 at the store.
well, there you go. I'm sure Matt's happy.
Yeah.
You need to come up and buy some more lumber.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't miss this chance. Just trying to figure out where a lot of you are at with that kind of recreation. Value to you, or is it just a pain in the neck?
There's value if they can obey the traffic laws, but if they want to be obstinate,
Yeah.
just hold you up on purpose, it's
Embarrassing.
kind of a negative.
Right.
It all has to do with respect too. I know as a young family, we would ride bikes, and then we, you know, if the cars come in, you go car, and we'd all pull over the edge. But when you got a bicycle, it's just,
3 abreast.
yeah, I mean, that's just respect, and I don't,
On a curb, yeah.
Yeah.
so. And then the other thing about education, I just remember Arlene Parker saying how, you know, doesn't everybody get it that when we take trees off the ground, we put trees back in the ground? So it was like, you know, don't you, I mean, it's like, don't you think we're stupid? I mean, that's just, that's the way you plan for the future, that's the way, so I don't know, if somebody thinks, I mean, there are just people that, maybe city people, whatever, there's people that think we're just clear cutting and that's it. No, that's not the way it is. I don't know anybody that just clear cuts and doesn't replant. So as far as education goes, I think the landowner knows what needs to be done and what needs to be done for the future. So
It's your life.
it's kind of an insult when you think they don't know that we know what to do with our land and that we're doing the best we can.
Well, how much money is represented in this room as far as tax? So we should be bowing to you instead. I'm serious.
Yeah, you don't have to bow, you still build the bike path.
So, back to that, I have concerns because if they make a decision before 20, I mean, it sounds like Jerry and I are on the same page with regard to that, but if they make a decision before 2015,
I mean, there's
Wouldn't
a 90-second decision.
Wouldn't you people have the option to reverse it once you get in off?
But if they get ODOT working on something on there and they get federal money started, it's not gonna stop. So what has to happen is legally, you've gotta put it off for a year. That's simple. Just say, stop for a year. Because we have legal action filed, we must stop. And I'm not a lawyer, but, you know, if I have something in code enforcement and if there's questionable activity, I stop it until we figure out whether or not it can happen. There's a citizen in Benton County that's been working for 5 years. He's gone from commissioner to all the way up to DeFazio trying to fix something. And I sat down with him the other day and wrote out a thing and helped him stop it. It's been 5 years, you know, because it's all this. I'll help you, I'll do this, I'll do that. No. Fix it. And this needs to be fixed. And the way it's gonna get fixed is that, you know, you get your lawyers to say, stop it for at least a year, so that when we already know that we're gonna have new commissioners in there.
Actually, we don't think that's possible as a group. I think we've had that discussion that that's not a feasible option.
Well, we as a group, I think we had 99% of the landowners sign opposition to the county buying it in the first place, and they did it anyway. They didn't, and we told them at the time that we'd already looked at our deeds and we had fence issues, and they basically ignored that.
Well,
We're not going to get a judge to get an injunction. That's basically where I was going with that.
I have something I'd like to say, but if it were me, I'd get those audios to Lars Larson and say, they won't listen to us, maybe they'll listen to you. Because when I got done listening to those, I was ticked. Really ticked.
And if you're not aware of what we're talking about, there's audio versions of the county commissioners' meetings that are borderline slanderous.
Whose part?
Some particular county commissioners
Really?
and some county officials.
Really?
They've said some pretty derogatory things about 3 of the families that are in this room right now.
So where do I hear those?
Go to Benton County, find a calendar, and look up April 15th, May 20th.
Okay.
And on the April 15th one, you can fast forward to about 49 minutes, isn't it? Get to about 49 minutes.
Yeah.
And
It's 51 where it begins.
Okay, thanks.
yeah, and then the April 20th one,
May
Hey,
May 20th, excuse me. That was about a week after the meeting here in Monroe. Yeah, that one's pretty eye-opening too.
And you know when? At what point?
It's a ways into it, it's maybe,
26 minutes.
oh, you know. You got it.
Well,
We got called you people during May planning session.
there was a lot more than that. It was,
We're the railroad people.
Yeah, you people.
No, we're farmers, we're not railroad
to
people.
me, anybody that can do that as an official needs to not be an official. But to me, I don't care who you think you are. That crossed the line.
Well, it's the typical disregard for property rights that's been demonstrated consistently. There's nothing unusual about it.
And it's not, you know, I can tell you, you're gonna agree. I just for fun, when I work in my office, I play their minutes, because there's lots of nice stuff in there. And I'm hoping that they don't decide not to do that anymore, because we have the right to hear that.
Oh, they're not gonna tape it no more?
No, I'm saying I hope they don't do that.
Hope they don't say what they said.
No, I hope they don't take away the ability for us to hear. the
Oh,
minutes.
okay.
Because it's only a few meetings that's available on. Yeah,
And there was no agenda or no minutes posted on the county website until starting just a couple months ago. So, to me, that's a huge leap forward. Maybe there's a reason why. So I'm meeting with Annabelle next week, so I'll listen to these beforehand,
That'd be good.
and I will tell her that we're probably on the same page, and they should probably consider what they're doing.
We could start with an apology, it's that bad, and you could start with listening to the people, that's a good idea. And then, I think it would be a very good idea for them to say, you know, and I respect the fact that they've been in office a long time, there's some legacy stuff there. But you don't have to walk out, I mean, you leave the White House, you don't have to take all the furniture. You know, just walk out, you did a good job, forget about it, let the next person